Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff. Squad that's looking to really put on a show here today. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? On the ground, it's Boyd. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Ball handed off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. He needs a yard here in 3rd down to keep this opening drive going. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to 3rd down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Ball handed off. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab made by the tight end. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Well,
This is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up the football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs. First down here for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
The gain makes it second and medium. Using his legs, it's Boyd. Tackle made after just a short gain. That run sets up a critical third down play. And they pick up the first on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. Got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Looks left and finds his target there. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Oh, what a move. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
That ball snagged for a completion. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Tackled, but first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Here comes the handoff.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football.
So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30.
Man, the defense seems to be all about loading up to stop the run. They're creating some one-on-one opportunities, and the quarterback and receiver make them pay for it with a great play.
It's a shotgun run call. fighting off the defender.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Important second down play coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. Defense makes the stop after the completion. Important third down play coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. He missed it. And with the miss. Offense trots that under the field, hoping to start a drive here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And they'll try the jet sweep here. An effective play, good for a first down at the 35. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Short pass finds the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Tackled at the 28, this offense threatening now. Another first down.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. They'll run it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And it's Minnesota in front here, Kirk. Sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats where we have a chance. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? That's an important first down on that running play. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They look to throw it here on second down. It's caught. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now.
Boy, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on third down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first down.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. The defense bringing out some big bodies to stop the run. Here's the handoff. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Interesting call here by the offensive coordinator. Get some positive yards and keep the ball on the ground. The clock will continue to roll. They need a touchdown here. I cannot wait to see what this call is on third and goal.
Here's a carry for the fullback.
You just love to see this when the game is on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. They begin with a quick throw to the left. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Let me tell you something, Chris. That is a great play by that defender. You're talking about one of the elite receivers with incredible speed, with space. He's got room to shake and get free and pick up more yards, but a great tackle in the open field right there to prevent it.
Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's how I'm going to bring out third down.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. Catch made inside the 10.
Well, Chris, we've played so many playoff games, and we just hope for a competitive game. That's exactly what we have here. A go-ahead score with less than 2 minutes to go. Now it'll come down to can their defense hold up and secure the victory.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.